least favorite thing about fandom is kind of when people... There's a limit to where fandom stops and where it kind of becomes an obsession. And that's kind of what it's about. But it gets annoying after a while for some people. It's like the Star Kid thing. Never got into it. Like in Chicago, we had, when the Star Kid had their last performance, we had an Anything But Star Kid panel because they were bored.
Okay, I think my least favorite thing, it's kind of a double-edged sword, because my least favorite thing is that sometimes people can get sort of crazy defensive, or where it's like either, oh, you like this thing so you're terrible, or oh, you don't like this thing so you're terrible. And most people, by and large, I really think most people are very nice and polite about these things, but sometimes you get people who are so invested that they end up being almost mean about it when there's a difference of opinion. And so I think that's probably my least favorite thing is when sometimes that hostility shows up.
And sort of kind of attached to that, I would say the gatekeepers, people who don't want people to come into their fandom.
Yes, that's good.
More people like the thing I like, yay!
That should be
Why would you be
thing.
upset about that?
Sure.
That's just stupid. So those are probably the two biggest ones. Ooh, or crazy fans who don't remember that other people are humans. Yes, your celebrity is awesome. They are a brilliant human being, but they are also humans. They eat and they poop and they fart. So maybe don't tackle them when you see them in the hallway.
When people get all defensive about their fandom and try to be like, no, Cass and Dean totally have butt sex on set, and like, yeah. Or when they make like Jensen Ackles and Misha Collins, like they're totally married, or like they're totally turn around behind the scenes and like, you know, they have wives and kids. That's kind of disrespectful to them.
Least favorite thing about fandom is that you can't be physically with your friends and your family, as opposed to your friends in real life. I mean, I don't know how to word it. Like it sucks that like a lot of people can only see their best friends once a year, or even every other year, and that they became best friends because of it.
That makes sense.
I don't know, something like that.
The least thing about fandom is probably when you start shipping things that are in different universes and you can't get to see that for real. Like when you want Elsa and Jack Frost to be a thing, but you know it's never gonna happen. I hate that.
My favorite thing about fandom in general is how it makes you a family. Is you, no matter where you are or what you're doing, if you have this one interest with somebody, you can connect with them no matter where you are. It's pretty great.
Okay, well my favorite thing is, again, it's that double-edged sword. It's the passion. It's that you can, you know, sit down with someone and you can have this long, excited conversation about these episodes, and you can be citing specific plot points and develop insane fan theories about, you know, who Jon Snow's mother is.
That's not insane. R plus L equals J.
Okay, it's not insane, but you know, I mean that kind of thing where you can just sit down and suddenly you're just like instant friends with people because of these shared interests, and then you find other things you like, and it just spirals from there. And so I think that sense of belonging and the passion there can be a very good and sort of productive thing too.
Especially with Leakycon, because it seems like we seem to attract this demographic of younger people especially, and there have been so many times where I've seen people go up to people on staff and just say, thank you so much for doing this, because I came here alone and I was so worried that I was going to sit and have my lunch by myself, but people just sat down with me and suddenly we're hanging out for 4 hours talking about stuff. I never thought I would have friends. So the fact that people can suddenly have friends just because you happen to like the same things, and they don't have to feel like such a weirdo anymore. It's great.
Yeah, it is pretty great.
I get to see stuff that other people make, and that it's about something I like.
The favorite thing about fandom is kind of related to that, is that you can come here to Leakycon, 5,000 people, and just have like the time of your life. I know a lot of people here call this like the family reunion. You know, they're not close to their real family at home. This is their family reunion because this is where they feel at home and all their friends and all these awesome people.
Favorite thing about fandom is still imagining it. Still pretending that actually could happen. Like Harry Potter could exist in Middle Earth, or thinking about how an airbender could exist in, I don't know, in the Harry Potter universe. So like mashing things up.